We got your calls coming in right now, by the way, and we want them to be for legal advice. If you need some legal advice, we got John Phillips standing by. He's in Jacksonville, Florida. He also is represents a lot of NFL players and things like that, so we can also get into this Jonathan Vilma thing, which is happening. Looks like he's going to be able to play, possibly.
The Lex and Terry Morning Radio Network.
All right. His name is John Phillips. He's an attorney, but he's also a sports agent. He's also like a radio host. He's also an Alabama fan. We'll throw that out. We'll take all the good and throw out the bad.
He's based out of Jacksonville, Florida. He does a lot of stuff in a lot of different states. So we like having him on from time to time to give some legal advice to you heathens out there, which we know we've got a lot of them out there, John.
Yes, sir.
A lot of them. I don't know what it is. We are a target-rich environment. And we're going to start off with something real simple. Let's go with rape.
Oh, okay.
Ronnie, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Savannah, Georgia. How y'all guys doing this morning?
Good.
You're on with John Phillips. Go ahead. By the way, K-N-O-W, thelawyer.com. All right, go ahead.
All right. Well, I guess it's kind of not really for him. I'm a former Marine, and I got a sister and a brother-in-law stationed in Okinawa Marine Corps Base, and a lot of Marines are accused of rape over there.
Hold on. This is not a lawyer question.
No,
right,
sir.
That's my fault. Hang on. We have no time for that right now. I thought it was a good one. I thought we had a good one there.
By the way, guys, welcome back to Jacksonville, 94.1 WSOS.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that.
We're fired up, yeah.
Listened to you almost all the way to Gainesville yesterday.
Love that.
Very cool. All right, let's go to Hunter. Hunter, you're on with John Phillips. Go ahead.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing this morning?
Good.
I just want to say roll tide.
Roll tide.
I have
Sorry,
I have a legal question. I have a 1-year-old that I've been in her life most of her life.
Of course you do. You're an Alabama fan.
Yes, sir. I'm from Alabama. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And it's your sister.
Yeah.
No, it's my little girl.
Yeah.
And sister.
Okay.
I'm listening. That's all that matters.
All right. Well, she looks identical to my oldest little girl. I've had a DNA test done. The DNA test come back negative. But I want to try to get a custody of her, or pretty much a doctor. And the mother's willing to let me. What do I need to do to get that done?
Well, so the DNA test of you and one daughter was positive and one daughter was negative, or did you not test the other one either?
No. It's just one little girl. I'm sorry.
Okay, I thought she said she looked identical to her sister.
No, my oldest little girl. She looks identical to my oldest child.
But she's not.
2 daughters. No, sir.
Yeah, we don't care about resemblance. We care about the facts. Isn't that right, John? How did that work? Right. Am I a good attorney or what?
Yeah, you are. You're fantastic.
Thank you.
Come try the case with me in November.
Roll Tide.
Well, we're essentially if she agrees, it's just a matter of going before the court with a stipulated order, and the judge will give you whatever you want as long as it's by agreement. It doesn't matter with the DNA test. If not, it is a little strange. I'd probably get retested. They're generally not wrong unless you did it wrong. But I don't do family law in Alabama. I'm licensed in Alabama, but I don't do family law. So that's a tougher one. It's a unique situation. But I'd do the DNA test again. And, make sure you have everything dotted and crossed as far as her agreement so she doesn't back out, and, go before the judge and get it taken care of.
All right.
Good luck, Hunter. All right, let's go to David. You're on with John Phillips, knowthelawyer.com. Go ahead, dude.
Hi, listener. Glad to be on here. Try and make it brief. My employer recently cut my rate of pay, so it's kind of a small amount, but it's significant to me. It adds up to about $7,000. And they're kind of asking me to prove that I was ever told that my pay would stay the same. If that makes sense. I moved from one department to another, and they told me my pay would stay the same. It actually did not.
What state, and do you have a contract?
I'm in Florida, and I actually work through a temp agency, so I'm not sure really what options I have.
Yeah, you might want to look and see what the temp agency's contract was regarding your services, but Florida is entirely a right-to-work state. An employer can make hiring and firing decisions as well as increase in salary or decrease in salary at their will, as long as they're not doing it discriminatory. The only issue would be if they cut your pay retroactively. All of a sudden, you get a paycheck and it's less, and they didn't put you on notice. That would be a problem. I've heard of that recently going on.
That's more or less how it happened. The longer story is, at some point my boss put in to give me a raise, and at that point he found out that I had not been paid what I thought I was being paid. As it turned out, when he made a phone call at some point to find out what I was making in the previous department, they misquoted the hourly rate. So he continued to pay me at a rate I never made, thinking that he was paying me the same.
Well, do you have an old pay stub?
I have pay stubs from when I made the previous amount and from when I made it now. But
well, maybe you should show them that and go, this is why I have a dispute. You were paying me wrong.
Well, that's valid, but my problem there is they're asking me to prove that I was ever told that my pay would stay the same. Now they're saying this is exactly what I should have expected, and that's just not the case.
Well, the notice is a whole other issue. What they told you, if you get to a wage and hour lawsuit over this amount, which I don't think is headed that way because they can change it. It's just a matter of how they changed it. Then you can get attorney's fees and costs. But it seems to me that they can change it. It's just a matter of what they owe you for a brief period of time. And, you may just want to go back to the temp agency and say, hey, find me something else.
Yeah, there you go.
Good luck,
all right,
David.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks,
all right, we got all your calls. We have, a little bit more time here with John. Of course, it's Know the Lawyer, not N-O. It's K-N-O-W. I mean, looking at some of these calls, they would be spelling it no.
Yeah.
I need to buy the N-O just for the dummies.
You do. It's knowthelawyer.com, K-N-O-W thelawyer.com. 866-977-3687 is the phone number. And we got a doozy up here right now. This is very topical in what's going on in the news right now. Go ahead, Kevin. You're on with John Phillips.
Hey, John. How you doing today, man?
Morning, Kevin.
Hey,
Good.
listen, a buddy of mine recently got a shot, and he's probably got that spinal meningitis stuff. But he doesn't know. He hasn't got any symptoms yet. Should he go ahead and seek a personal injury attorney?
Yeah, I mean, you can always consult for free. We have people reach out to me via Twitter, Facebook, email, phone, whatever, and we'll give you, me or my case managers or other lawyers will give you 20 minutes to spout your case. And if it's something that we can chase, we definitely do. So, I mean, that answer to me is if you think you got something, always let a lawyer rule it out. And the sooner the better, because we've got to document stuff. And the spinal meningitis cases are kind of hot right now, and lawyers are learning about them and trying to get ready. There's also an issue in Jacksonville with tuberculosis. There was a restaurant here that was hiring prison workers and homeless, and TB was infecting the kitchens. And so either one, they're hot buttons right now.
All right, so
I'll tell him to get one in Pensacola and tell him to really go ahead and with it. He's already been to the hospital, spent hours of time, in the emergency room, and it's just, it's heartbreaking.
yeah, well,
Yeah, it is.
I hope it works out okay, man.
Thanks a lot, guys.
All right, man.
Yeah, that's a big deal, that stuff right now. That ain't nothing to mess with, is it?
No, it's not at all. And it's the outbreak is just insane. It's attacking it from a lawyer's perspective. I haven't taken any, which is why I didn't say, "Come on, call me." but it's for the right lawyer. I mean, this thing's we have a general practice, personal injury, criminal defense, a little bit extra, but not every case is right for every lawyer.
All right, we've got a little less than 2 minutes. I'm trying to find one here that let's try this one real quick because there's some doozies up there we got to get to. But first, let's go to Jeff. Jeff, go ahead. You're on Lex and Terry.
Doozies.
Hey guys, first time caller.
They are doozies.
I was headed to work one day and wet pavement, spun my tire, and I get down the road a little further, and at a stoplight, this guy jumps out of this truck behind me and starts coming up to my truck. And so I step out to meet him there, and I said, "Can I help you?" And the guy waves a badge in my face, and he identifies himself as officer or something. And he says, "You keep driving like that and see what happens." And then turns around and walks back to his personal vehicle. He's not in uniform or anything. And then
we have 50 seconds.
Later on that day, he calls me and tells me that he's got a ticket for me and that they're going to mail it to me.
How'd he call you?
Yeah, how'd he get your number?
How'd he call you?
We got time.
From prior police reports, I guess. Are you there still?
Yeah. You got 30 seconds,
from
John.
Prior police reports, I guess, but
all right, we got your deal. Can he give you that?
He probably ran your tag. I don't know what you talk to a lawyer about the ticket. I don't know from what you say you did anything, and it's his word against yours. But the fact that he's off duty doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter that he's off duty, is what he said. That answers the guy's questions. When we come back, we have an accidental death.
Yeah.
We have some other good stuff up there. So we got one more segment here with John.
2 or 3 good ones up there, and we'll get to them next. This is Lex and Terry. All right, we are back. John Phillips is our attorney for our legal segments here. He will answer all your questions and not charge you anything.
Yeah, the phone lines always blow up when he's on, and this is our last segment with him. We'll also talk a little football here, too. We have John on for John Phillips. Go ahead, John. You're on Lex and Terry.
Good morning, fellas. Good morning, John.
Good morning, John.
I have my son died 1.5 years ago, and he was life-flighted to Sacred Heart and here in Pensacola. And they said they could not find anything wrong with him after a river accident. He jumped off into the water. And he died like 4 hours later in his sleep after they sent us home. I did pursue a lawyer, and they sent me a regret letter saying that there was nothing they could do.
Right. There's 2 issues, unless you have a specific question. There's 2 issues. Number one, a potential case, depending upon how, what happened at the river, if there was any issue that caused trauma that was unexpected or negligent, and I don't, you can elaborate on that. And then, the unexpected death at the hospital, people shouldn't go in and not come out. Or go in and not and die subsequent there too, and most important thing I'll say is regrets big time for that. I have an 8-month-old and I couldn't even imagine, but it's a medical malpractice in Florida is really tough. You have to prove a breach of standard of care. Basically, the doctor did something wrong that no other doctor would do, and but there are cases, and we take them. Did you get any medical records?
I got everything that they asked me to get, and I have them still on my desk. I haven't even reopened them.
I'll tell you what. Leave your number with Sarah, and I've got an attorney that was a former surgeon before he became a lawyer, and I'll have him give you a call, and we'll see if there's anything we can do.
Hang on, John, all right? We'll get that number for you. Sorry about your son.
Better known as my friend who's been in school his whole life.
Right.
Sounds like
no
an
kidding.
underachiever.
Some guys have to call for their dirtbag kids.